If you haven't gotten it by now, your choices don't matter. Well, see, you say that, but fighting Javelin later in the game gets me an item, and which item I get depends on how I choose to fight him, along with a Shadow Crystal, and that's an optional fight, so even if it isn't story-wise, my choices matter a little bit.
Your choices actually matter a lot, from interesting responses you get while choosing your name, to the fact that depending on how you play the entire game, you can get one of two different endings. However, Susie told you that your choices don't matter. You are basically setting a bully for bullying you, which, yes, is completely valid, but it's not the game's fault to any extent.
And they didn't even know I was here! My dad's gonna make me son of the month!
Who the hell are you?
I'm... the bad guy.
Duh.
Ralsei loves when you give us money. He will hug you and call you honey.
Hey, that's not true. You don't need money to get me to do that.
Ralsei, you whore.
Apparently, in Charrii's world, nice people are worse.
You also get TP by getting close to bullets. Look for the heart outline when you get close to bullets.
You rhymed bullets with bullets.
But because it's important!
And acknowledging that doesn't mean you didn't rhyme bullets with bullets.
Since the game already pointed it out, what are you sinning it for?
Am I crazy, or does the intro to Scarlet Forest sound like the music from the Shrek 2 DVD menu? I'm serious, look it up!
I did look it up, and it's not very similar. And even if it was, why sin the game for it? The point still stands, it's not similar.
Okay, unless you data mine, read a walkthrough from people who data mined, or somehow get it on your first try, how the hell are you supposed to find this place?
This room is a secret. It's specifically designed so that not everyone finds it. But you do have a hint. When you enter the next room, the music loops. This is the only time in the entire game something like that happens. So it's very simple to just pay attention.
Then we can all play Twister.
Can you just name drop Twister like that? Don't you have to pay royalties to Hasbro or whatever? Does Hasbro exist in this world? Like, not even the world of Deltarune, but the Dark World specifically.
This would be a completely valid sin. And then you ask whether Hasbro exists in the Dark World. What the f*** is this question even supposed to mean? How is that related to anything?
Who the hell do you think you are?
To my people, I am a hero. To you, I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
Is that Bold and Brash from SpongeBob?
No, it's Gerson Boom from Undertale. But okay, I admit it, it looks similar. No sin.
Dad, I can't just say that to her. Oh my god. I'd die. I'd literally die.
You would not literally die. Unless Susie killed you for speaking to her, in which case, yeah, you might die.
Wait, so the sin here is for what exactly? Just because you feel like it?
Like one time, me, Snowy, and Jockington were playing handball.
You, Snowy, and Jockington were playing handball? The three characters in this game that, you know, don't have hands?
Not only is that the joke, but also, I'm pretty sure they can catch and throw the ball using their mouths. I mean, it isn't hygienic, but definitely possible.
My homemade DVD collection of The Simpsons. You know, the sitcom about the middle-class monster family. It's got every episode in all 28 seasons.
Ha! 28 seasons.
Are you suggesting that Toby should update the game every time The Simpsons release a new season? Also, that's irrelevant. As a matter of fact, The Simpsons had 28 seasons at the time this story takes place. Go on. Find anything that refutes this.
Wait, what was the name? Yeah, it's perfect. That's my name. Thank you for giving me a name. I'll cherish it, you hear? Christmas? That's your name, right? I want to tell you something tomorrow. Something I can only tell a friend. Come back soon, you hear?
Yeah, that's not terrifying at all. Why the hell would I ever want to come back after something like this?
How is that terrifying? Olin was just nice to you. Is that terrifying? Charriii, do you need help?
It is your knife in this empty tin, is it not?
Their knife? Why does your child have a knife of their own? Aren't you concerned about that? I guess not, considering you knew that they had one.
I mean, okay, I don't know how old Chris is, But at least here I feel it's pretty common for older children to have their own knives. Usually a Swiss one, but still.
Mamma mia, I wanted to run to the bakery, but someone is already working there. But the place is modeled after you. How would you not be able to work there?
I don't think there's a law in any country which would permit people to work in their establishment, given that the place uses their likeness.
I felt a dark presence and hurried over.
From where? How did you get here? Like, yeah, I'm sure that the cyberworld is connected to Castletown much in the same way that Fields of Hopes and Dreams was, but that was right next to Castletown because it was in the classroom next to a closet at school. This Dark World's in a completely different building.
I don't know if there's an official explanation to this, but as you said, this world is surely connected to Castletown in some way. I think that all Dark Worlds are a single dimension and are all interconnected. Since that's also what Charriii thinks, I don't understand what exactly is he sinning here.
Is this Punch-Out? Oh my god!
Charriii didn't actually give any synopsis for this.
Shall I help you save? No, I shan't. I haven't the faintest idea what that is.
You're a floppy disk. Your entire purpose is to save.
Well, this monster merely resembles a floppy disk. They might not be a floppy disk. How dare we assume something like that?
Looks like that took care of it.
I mean, did it? I think we could have just proceeded. There wasn't really anything in our way. This puzzle doesn't really do anything.
It actually does a very crucial thing. Disables the button. This makes sure that Noelle doesn't have to suffer any trauma. I'm not saying that the puzzle isn't pointless, but it certainly does something.
Looks like my disguise worked.
I get where you got the box from, but how did you draw a face on it? Did you have a marker on you?
She might have. It's so... I mean... Charriii sees the game for a question cliché.
Didn't Undyne say earlier that the traffic jam in town was caused by a dog in a toy car doing donuts? And wasn't that same dog in the computer room in the last chapter? Did he open the dark fountain? Otherwise, how is he here?
You didn't open the fountain either, yet you are in the Dark World. Yesterday, this world might not have existed, or at least it wasn't in the computer lab, because I'm pretty sure the people, especially Susie, would notice a lot sooner. Also, this scene isn't even real. You didn't die and you can never get to that room again. Just a fragment of your imagination. I don't fully understand what the scene here is for, but if it's because Lancer turned into a statue and Chris can move him around, let me greet you in another physics class. The law of conservation of mass states that for any system close to all transfers of matter, the mass of the system must remain constant over time. This basically means that Lancer's weight probably didn't change at all, and instead his texture and color did, meaning that he is definitely still pushable. You might say stuff like, but what if it's magic? Sure then, magical boulders might have a lower weight, and you cannot prove me wrong.
That's right. Rules isn't compatible with this world either. Well, let's go, Chris.
Uh-huh. Well, Ralsei, aren't you a Darkner too? Why are you compatible with this dark world? Why don't you ever turn to stone in this world?
What are the rules, damn it?
That's because Ralsei is from the Castletown. Castletown's fountain, as stated by Ralsei when Lancer turned into a statue, is made from pure darkness, which means all Darkners are compatible with it, and apparently it also works the other way around.
Oh my god!
Charriii, yet again, didn't give any synopsis for this.
How did Lancer get back from Cyberworld? Was it because Chris picked everything up from the computer lab? Because if so, what was the point of him turning to stone? They made it seem like it was oppressing matter, like we were on a time limit or something, but if we can just reverse it by bringing whatever they're represented by back to Castletown, why make it a plot point at all?
Maybe it was a pressing deal. You cannot know that for sure. Maybe the time limit is like 1 day or something.
So when I recorded for this video, I didn't know that I could reload the ending of my chapter 1 file and start another chapter 2 run from there because I figured that my save from chapter 1 had been overwritten by my original chapter 2 save file that I did over on Twitch. So not wanting to play through chapter 1 again, redoing everything I did, I thought I would have had to play from a blank chapter 2 save, which randomizes things that I would have checked for in chapter 1, like the design for Thrasher. In this case, because there's no trace of me fighting Jevil, the game thinks I never did that fight, but my previous save file must have generated a separate file that this new save is giving me credit for because it just gives me the Shadow Crystal from Jevil anyway? I don't know.
This game remembers everything. You said it thinks that you never did that fight and then immediately proceed to say that it knows that you did that fight. Do you even hear what you're saying?
Here to make an appointment? Nah, just here to hang out. I see.
With what eyes?
I see is an idiom for I understand.
Ugh, this fight is a load of beepers.
And that is bad because...
Comrade, you just posted cringe.